Alright, here we go. Most of this week's update in one box. It's been a while since this has happened. But that's because I didn't have this week's release at all, or this week's update at all. So the majority of the DVDs are here, and there's a couple things that actually showed up earlier. But let's just go through these in instead of order. Let me try and organize this madness. Let's begin with these three in order of release. Set these down since that's a lot, and we begin with the Castle in the Sky Blu-ray release from Disney. We got our standard slip sleeve. Something funky feeling about the plastic in there, but whatever. It's kind of hard to get this started. We have here a Blu-ray release and a DVD disc. We'll have to worry about that sticker later. We've got Whisper of the Heart Blu-ray release. Hopefully this means that Castle, Howl's Moving Castle may be coming out soon. I think that's already out in Japan as of very recently. But I don't know. Maybe Disney's just going to do it in blocks. Gosh, see, there's a little thing right there that makes this hard to open, and my fingernail's not quite long enough to obliterate plastic like it could soon. Ouch. It just feels weird. But yeah, you get your standard DVD and Blu-ray releases, or discs. And then the home release of The Secret World of Arrietty. So there hasn't been a previous DVD release of this one, just the current DVD release, or the current Blu-ray DVD release. So let's go ahead and open it up since we're on an opening it up frenzy. We've got this disc and DVD. And Rotten Tomatoes apparently certified this one fresh, according to the sticker. Next up, we've got a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood OVA collection. Not to be confused with the Fullmetal Alchemist Premium OVA collection. I haven't seen a ton of advertisements for this one, which makes me think this one probably has more content to it. As in, like, episodes that aren't necessarily relevant to the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood main story. But yeah, we've got a Blu-ray here. You can tell because there's the Blu-ray symbol there, and a DVD here. You can tell because there's a DVD there. This includes 16 hilarious bonus mini episodes. So it'll be interesting to explore that and find out what those are. Next up, we have the DVD and the Blu-ray versions of Planzet, which I'm fairly sure is anime. It's in of the CGI sort of like Appleseed or Advent Children. I think for this one I double checked to make sure. But I've been known to let things slip through and not catch them, I guess. And then you've got the Blu-ray version. Which is, the disc looks the same. And, I guess before I look at the other things that were in this package, I'm going to very quickly go over other stuff. Very noteworthy release, Unico, The Fantastic Adventures of Unico. Which, this one itself, I did not grow up on, but I wouldn't say this is spectacular per se as much as, the release of Unico and the Island of Magic, which I did grow up on, and this is still one of my favorite movies. I guess I don't have them with me right now, but I did buy some bootleg Unico DVDs earlier this month, and these I would say are superior. They do have the English dubs in them. Their menus are a bit more thorough and interactive, previews, but there's no preview for Unico and the Island of Magic. There's just previews on both of them for Fantastic Adventures of Unico, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality of things. However, they also have Japanese with subtitles, and the English, of course, has subtitles for the Japanese credits and the Japanese opening, so that the original video is all there and not edited out. But there's also, Japanese with subtitles, with which the bootleg version did not have. And this one has the pilot that the bootleg versions also had, which basically means these have all the features of the bootleg versions, but all the features that the bootleg version did not have. And what can I say? That's rather superior. And then I also got a Coraline on Blu-ray, although this is not an anime, so I'll put this to the side. And the final thing I obtained is Dragon Ball Z Kai Season 1 Blu-ray and Season 2 Blu-ray. Because at some point, Funimation has to be releasing the modified musical scores. And I wanted to... Well, first of all, these have already been released before, and I've shown them before. So the fact that they've been re-released, officially rescheduled and re-released, makes me think that Funimation went through the trouble of actually doing that, and Season 2 probably has it. But let me go ahead and, off camera, double check and make sure. Yeah, it actually looks like it. What I did was I didn't look at the two Blu-rays, but I took the DVD versions. I took the last disc of Season 2 here and popped it in, and the menu music is different. Basically, when I went through my previous ones, I noticed the change in the menu music from a kind of guitarish thing to a very happy song. And that changed in both Part 1 Disc 1 and Part 4 Disc 2, which were the two I checked. And I played the first episode of Season 2 Disc 2, and the preview music is different between both musical tracks, so it sounds like these are finally the revised musical tracks. I will have to look into the whole thing in depth, but it looks like we're good to go. So there we go. That's all of this week's new releases, and Coraline purchased two, but the new releases. Okay, so I guess I had a week of not padding things. Next week I'm going back to padding things, and I may have actually already scheduled all of my inside the box stuff. Somebody asked for a ton of stuff. There were a couple of items on the list I didn't already have that I'm already bought the pad for next week's release, so if those show up, I guess I'm not going to add anything else to inside the box for next week. I'm just going to do that person's one huge request. There's a lot of things to dig out for it, a lot of small things, a couple big ones I think. But yeah, I guess that's that. Pre-ordered stuff for June, and I seem to recall there being a number of interesting things. I just wish I could remember what. It doesn't matter. But I am excited to see that it looks like in August we finally get some more One Piece. So yay, I get to start season 4. The obligatory shout out to all the people stalking me on the I Can Has Chat forum. That would be Casey, Charles, me, Gork7, Squirrel Dude, Stalk Like Corn, and the Fat Kid for Life. Hey. Yeah, there you go. So, I'll continue buying. Oh, and one thing in June is there's a couple of Blu-rays coming out in Japan that I've gone ahead and pre-ordered. So it'll be nice when those arrive here, whenever they do. Other than that, yeah, I can't think of anything else to mention here. So y'all have a nice week.